Good afternoon. This is Mitali Naik. I am a part of University of South Florida School of Architecture and Community Design. Uh, this is a project under Streets and Blocks class, and the area under study is West Main Street and North Howard Avenue. Uh, so I would like to begin with just a glimpse of the character that the West Tampa possesses. This is a pavement pattern in the area, and I think there is something about it that defines the street, uh, and makes it very peculiar. To begin with, I would like to start with the observations and site visit analysis in the area. The observations were conducted on Wednesday. It was a weekday during the morning hours from 9:30, roughly from 9:30 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. on 2nd of September. The area under consideration was West Main Street between North Albany Avenue and North Armenia Avenue, and North Howard Avenue between West Main Street and West Palmetto Street. Uh, to summarize, the walk was comfortable in patches due to shade and scale of the surrounding structures. It was visually interesting due to historic facades, parks, awnings, etc. However, I feel that there is still tremendous scope of improvement in the technicalities like the sidewalk conditions, pedestrian signals, etc. The rhythm also. Alleyways also are an important asset in the area, and it can definitely help improving the walkability and porosity in the area. There are underutilized parks, inconsistent shading conditions, and inconsistent street rooms to provide for human comfort. Overall, the walk was interesting. However, it can be summed up as it has all the raw ingredients, but I think it still needs to be cooked well to add flavor to the area, and it definitely has a scope of improvement. uh, I would just like to go quickly over the observations. The sidewalks were fairly poor. The conditions were not the conditions were uh, the condition still needs improvement. There are a number of obstacles on the sidewalk. The width is not enough, uh, and there were conflicts between pedestrians and also the vehicular traffic. Uh, the sidewalk was broken or cracked in between. However, overall, the conditions of sidewalk was poor. The crossing streets and intersections were also fair. Uh, there were the intersections were not very well designed, and however, and that also resulted into conflicts between pedestrians and vehicular traffic. It was an observation that pedestrians had to wait longer to cross, and that was evident at few intersections. The driver behavior, as I already mentioned, was again fair. However, the most important issue that also came up in the community survey, and also that we observed, was safety. Safety in terms of vehicular traffic as well as human comfort. So I think safety was an important issue, and however, it I think it can be rated as poor and good depending upon the time that the street is accessed. The comfort and appeal was good. However, the comfort was it can be rated poor because it was not consistent, and there were discontinuous facades in between spaces, and a number of potential areas with the scope of improvement. Walkability definitely was good. We walked quite a long, but we didn't feel like, and I think it was good. But however, it still needs a lot of improvement, and the historic structures definitely provided for the interest in the area, the pavement patterns, and the storefronts also in few places. The porosity was fair, however, I think it needs improvement. If the alleyways were not shut off at certain places, and if they could be utilized, I think it would make the area more porous. The right of way was fair. Overall, the observations were the shade was inconsistent, the rhythm was missing, there were inconsistent curb cuts, the local economy was suffering due to some improvements that were needed on the street. The zero setback lines could provide elements of interest, and that could establish a facade continuity along with the shade. There is definitely a scope of revitalizing alleyways, as I already mentioned, and also the pocket lots or the parking lots. So this is a section, this is a street section at the intersection of North Rome Avenue and West Main Street. This is an intersection with 4 different uses. There is a existing condominium on the left. On the right is an empty lot. On the other side of the North Rome Avenue, towards us is a public school that is done by Elementary Magnet and Floridian grocery store right now. So this intersection is particularly interesting because it has different uses. However, it does not do justice to the different uses that it has right now. Also the street room is not good enough to provide for human comfort. Either it is too enclosed or it is too open, and I think that makes it uncomfortable for the human or pedestrians who are walking through the area. This map shows the activities at different times of the day. It is seen that at most the light blues are the active structures which are active before the morning hours. So that is around before 8 a.m. On weekdays. The middle blues are the ones that are active during the usual office hours. So that is roughly from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The dark blues are the ones that are active on all days of the week. So it is seen that the junction of North Howard Avenue and West Main Street is mainly active. But at the same time, as we go towards north of North Howard Avenue, it becomes less active. And as we go towards east of West Main Street, it also becomes less active, which creates the inconsistencies and hence unsafe at few places. Coming to historic structures, the orange ones are the existing contributing structures in the area. As it is seen that the non-contributing structures are about 62.5%. If we just look at the numbers. However, if we see the area, it is visually seen that historic structures cover a lot of floor area. So they definitely have a huge impact in the area, and utilizing these historic structures for a number of purposes or doing adaptive reuse in this structure can definitely add a character as well as improve local identity and economy. This map talks about the vehicular controls. It is unusually seen that there are 3 speed limits in the area, which makes it unsafe for the pedestrians as well as vehicular traffic. It is also seen that the street signage is unevenly distributed. It is cluttered in few places, which makes the sidewalks or the streets very disorganized or unorganized, and it also adds visual clutter in the area. There are empty parking lots which can also be utilized for some weekly markets or other potential uses. This base map provides for the areas under study. The 4 section lines are the ones that are represented by the red section lines. 2 are on North Howard Avenue and 2 are through West Main Street. We're trying to cover most of the character that the street possesses in the area. So to map the existing conditions, this is the first section where this structure is right now housing Maintenance International Corporate Office. This is an existing historic structure. The next to it is an empty parking lot. This is Olympia Catering right now. And this is on North Howard Avenue, looking towards West Main Street. And that is between West Pine Street and West Cherry Street. This section is going just a little bit further in that area. This is the existing condition on West Main Street. This particularly is important because this is because of the location and the assets this particular block possesses. There are two parks, the two corner parks in the area. There is a brick paved Isolino Street in this area, and at the same time there are 3 empty parking lots in the area, which provides for a tremendous potential of infill development. The parks are underutilized as seen through observation. The Isolino Street can be utilized differently than it is right now, and due to these conditions, I think this block particularly plays an important role in revitalizing the life in West Tampa area. This is the section through the this is again the intersection of North Rome Avenue and West Main Street, as it was seen in the earlier street section. This is the existing condominium, and this is the parking lot, empty parking lot right now. All of this area is zoned as neighborhood mixed use commercial 35, so it has a potential of having high density residential high density residential development in near future. This is Dunbar Elementary Magnet School, and there are a couple of residential units in this area, empty lots, 1 parking lot, and also a Floridian grocery store in this area. So I would just like to go briefly through the vision and the framework for the area. The top 3 priorities in the framework are local identity, diversity of uses, and stimulating the local economy. So based on the community survey, the most pressing public safety concern was crime, with 67.92% of people voting for it. Currently, North Howard Avenue and West Main Street, despite possessing the treasure of city of Tampa's rich history, are like any other commercial streets in Tampa. Number of historic structures on these streets are defunct, and there is non-functional landscaping, absence of rhythm in street lights, lack of spots to pause and appreciate the heritage, undefined crossings, electric poles are some of the other concerns pertaining to these streets. These issues can be addressed by having eyes on the street constantly. So besides mixed use and multi-generational zoning, creating a local identity can attract varied users, thus promoting safety, and it has tremendous potential to be a place. Enhancing local identity can invite more people and businesses, thereby helping boost local economy. This can be done by functional art, strategic and rhythmic bump outs, build outs, including local eating places, street landscaping, utilizing of Isolino Street for weekly activities, local shops, and wayfinding elements, using intersections in an interesting way. These are some of the ways how this can be improved. Secondly, diversity of uses. So right now, both North Howard Avenue and West Main Street have a different character. While North Howard has a mix of offices, gyms, restaurants, West Main Street has restaurants at the intersection of North Howard, followed by the Elementary Magnet School, and neighborhood mixed use zoning. The main issue here is the on and off patterns of the activities, that too only at specific spots and times. So there is an absence of rhythm in patterns of activity, which are currently not enough to keep the whole street active during most times of the day. A variety of active times of the day is most important. Blending various uses will attract people of different age groups, gender type, and thereby make the street more friendlier and safe. I think providing institutional and recreational anchors can definitely provide great support. This can be done by inculcating multi-generational uses, utilization of pocket lots, having a program with West Tampa Library to have or host a night school in the area, local shops, bakeries, etc. There can be shared parking lots, and there can be seasonal uses or festivals like cigar festivals or baseball festival or art week or parades, and there can be weekly produce markets or flea markets. Thirdly, stimulating the local economy. Uh, Both the streets have bones. I think they just need to be aligned well to make a great, strong structure. So both the streets with some additions, alterations, and subtractions can have a great potential of being quality public spaces. Uh, as mentioned earlier, there are a number of assets, and they can definitely help boost the local economy if the streets are safe, attractive, and has something for everyone. The eastern end of West Main Street also has a potential of being a transit hub in the longer future, inviting more opportunities for transit-oriented development. This local economy can be stimulated by doing adaptive reuse of the historic structures. Also, North Armenia Avenue also plays an important role when we talk about North Howard Avenue. They being twin pairs currently do not act as one. If North Howard Avenue can be a one-way street, then North Armenia also has to possess the same character to be a successful strategic development. Strategic bump outs, bold outs, and landscaping designated areas for bus to pull off can also be useful. Again, as I already mentioned, utilizing of Isolino Street for different activities can be one of the things. Going further, I think active facades plays an important role in increasing the porosity, increasing the number of eyes on the street, increasing the interaction between inside and outside, and a combination of alleyways and visually connecting facades on each block can be more inviting and welcoming besides safe. And it can also help boost local identity and economy. So according to a study conducted in Hyde Park area and Glendale area in California, about 3 to 4 active doors per block on North Howard Avenue, which has a block face length of 200 feet, and about 8 to 12 active doors per block on West Main Street, which has a block face length of 600 feet with a pocket park or buffer space in between, can prove to be successful. Infill structures on empty parking lots can also help improve the local identity and economy. And then lighting plays an important role right now. There is lack of rhythm in lighting. Besides rhythm, some of them are non-functional, or the presence of the lights are not even felt, which makes it unsafe for walking, biking, and other and also vehicular commute. So I think a strategic combination of human scale lights, footlights, accent lights can invite more eyes on the street. It can also help foster opportunities for enhancing local economy and identity. I think functional art can also be a part of lighting. And social dimension and urban vitality. So the trust of a city street is formed over time and from many little public sidewalk contacts. So this is a line from The Death and Life of Great American Cities by Jane Jacobs. And I think this sense of belonging is present, but I think it needs more improvement in the area. Many little public sidewalk contacts definitely has a scope of improvement in the area. North Howard Avenue and West Main Street, with its existing functions, coupled with some improvements, already have a variety of anchors and can transform the social dimension in the area. Street furniture, porous facades, well-shaded parks, and corner plaza on both the street can promote healthy interactions. thereby increasing urban vitality. Besides, some community programs associated with the existing anchors to maintain and strengthen the relationship to the area can create a sense of belonging and trust, and slowly rendering them safe and accessible. The seventh point is green areas. On both the street, the condition of the landscape uh, is not good, and the green elements are tremendously lacking. Besides providing shade and visual calmness, water management, urban drainage, and maintaining biodiversity are important roles that can be tackled, or those are important issues that can be tackled through strategic provision of green areas. Apart from providing visual interest, they can also create quality of space through functional improvements. Complete streets is an important. I think it's also one of the most important aspects. I think all the aspects are equally important, but complete streets provide something for everyone, and I think that aspect is right now missing, but definitely has a scope of improvement. Again, the next point is human scale. It is one of the most important aspects in feeling safe. Both the streets are inconsistent in terms of visual order and human comfort. It is comfortable in one area, but not comfortable, extremely uncomfortable in the other. So I think if even if the structures are missing at certain points or certain spots, framing the streets to achieve street room with functional art or trees can improve the quality of the street. The last but not the least, social participation, because the community or the local people are the users of the street. Involving everyone in the process from the beginning to the end and even after implementation can definitely help create sense of belonging in the area, and also can be very meaningful throughout the process. This is a digital elevation model created just to understand the elevation in the area. The elevation varies from about 2 feet to 8 feet. The red is about 8 feet. In not in near future, but in about 100 years or so, the green area is the zone which is prone to flooding. But if the streets are provided with enough water or water drainage strategies, I think this issue can also be tackled in a strategic way. The next slide is the proposal for North Howard Avenue. So this is again the same intersection of North Rome. This is the same intersection where there is Olympia Catering in this area, and this is the Maintenex International office right now. This is an empty parking lot, and there is one existing structure, and there is one existing residential structure, and the other one is a commercial structure. So providing enough space for every use or organizing the uses in the street room, providing outdoor seating, utilizing alleyways for biking or even for outdoor dining, providing rhythmic bump outs and bolt outs, and consistent street furniture clubbed with functional art, I think can improve the quality of life on the street. The pavement, the pavement can be permeable pavement on the sidewalk, and that can also be helpful in water management besides providing good landscaping. This is a glimpse of the glimpse of the life in the area that it could be. This is an axo which shows that how does it provide for all the 10 principles that were listed earlier. The corner lots can be utilized interestingly or adaptive reuse of a structure. This is the existing Olympia catering structure, just extension on the sides, which one of that could be the outdoor dining and the other could be a play area for kids. So this also talks about having multi-generational uses, the streets or the corner lots having something for everyone, uh, good crosswalks, good crossing, good crossing intersections. So I think that can really improve the life on the street. This so this is how it is right now, and this is how it could be in future maybe. So the street lights are also a piece of art which ties the whole area together in this proposal, and it also acts like a datum in the area. The the designated parking areas on both the sides, organized traffic lanes, and one lane is about 11 feet for buses and car to share the lane, providing trees at where they can also survive. And these are just few glimpses of the spaces, of the other spaces in the area. This is the alleyway which can be utilized. This is the corner lot, and this is the fence of the existing park in the area. So a fence can be redesigned just to provide for lighting, to provide for seating, and to also provide for interest in the area. Talking about West Main Street, this is again the intersection of North Rome Avenue and West Main Street. North Rome Avenue, so this is Dunbar Elementary, and these are the empty parking lots right now, which can be utilized for eating, for restaurants, bakeries, cafes. There could be designated bike lanes, two-way bike lanes, because the West Main Street is an important street in terms of connection, providing connection, shaded crosswalks, outdoor seating areas, connecting terraces can be some of the elements that can also the fences, because these fences also provide for seating as well as play area for kids as well as visual interest. This is just a glimpse of the life that the street could possess. And these are again the 10 elements that are inculcated in the process, and this is a representation of how it is done in the same. So just changing the corner of the existing Floridian grocery store, the future residential use in the area. So this is how it could look like. And this is also the existing condition, and this is how it could be. This is just a glimpse of the fence of Dunbar Elementary School and the opposite side of the same. So I think overall, West Tampa definitely has a tremendous potential of reliving the life that it has lost, and it can be done through small improvements and some major programs. Thank you.